Hello, once again, this is Bill Steffen. Thanks for checking the weather here at billsteffen.com. We do these videos on almost a daily basis. Hey, take a look at this. We showed you this the past couple of days, and it wasn't any different yesterday. This is the Mackinac Bridge Saturday. Can you imagine going over the bridge and heading into that? I checked the weather observation on Mackinac Island right about the same time this picture was taken. They were reporting moderate snowfall and fog and slippery conditions there. And the temperature, I believe, was 25 with a wind chill of 13. And I would imagine the wind would have been a bit stronger out there on the bridge. But kind of interesting. On the blog, I'll post pictures from both southbound and northbound. But there were quite a few cars that were coming across the bridge. A lot of people out enjoying this wintry weather here. This is what it looked like at Bittersweet Ski Area. That's west of Otsego, northwest of Kalamazoo. A lot of people there. They've had a lot of powder conditions, just some great skiing and boarding out there. You can see there were lines to get on the lifts to head up to the top of the slopes, and a lot of people coming on down. There should be great weather. If you don't mind it just a little bit on the cold side here, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, this will be a great week for winter sports. If you want to get out and maybe hit the cross-country skis or even just take a walk in the snow here, it should be a great week for that. Let's look at some season snowfall totals across West Michigan here. Topping the list is Scottville, which is up in Mason County east of Ludington. They've had almost 88 inches of snow. Fremont was 72. Holland is up to 68.5. And Muskegon right behind at 66.4. In Grand Rapids, we're at 59.2. There's a spot 5 miles northwest of Battle Creek that's reporting up to 57 inches, but in Lansing, 35, and Kalamazoo there at about 33 inches. Kalamazoo's had kind of a little bit of snow repellent out there this year. The heaviest snow bands have kind of missed them. But those snowfall totals are not too far away from average here for season to date. There is more snow to come here, of course, with the cold air crossing Lake Michigan and producing lake effect snow showers here much of this week. Headlines: periods of snow. Won't be snowing all the time. Much of the day today it probably won't be snowing, but expect some periods of snow. It will be breezy, and that may cause some drifting, and there will be slick spots on the area roads, not just this Sunday, but throughout much of this week. Cool weather today, even colder weather here coming Monday and Tuesday, with afternoon temperatures only in the mid-teens and wind chill temperatures near zero. We're still looking at an end of the month warm up. If we get past about February 25 or 26, I expect temperatures to be back up above freezing and maybe even up closer to 40. So I expect our snow to start to melt toward the end of the month and into the first part of the month of March. Snow won't be over for good, but things will certainly warm up a bit. Winter weather advisory continues for snow, some drifting snow, and some slippery roads. That's until 7 o'clock this Sunday, and it extends all the way up to the Mackinac Bridge. The counties in pink over there by Alpena, Tawas City, and Bad Axe, those are winter storm warnings. They're going to get a little bit of extra snow from lake effect off of Lake Huron with a north-northeast wind. And those areas could see as much as 6 to 12 inches of new snow. So driving in those areas would be a little difficult. Here's the odds of 2 inches or more of snow, and that interior reddish brown color is a 95 to 100% chance of seeing 2 inches or more. And that's a huge area. I don't know what that shape looks like to you. Does that look like some kind of animal, maybe a pig or a cat turned the other way, or a buffalo or something? But you can certainly see that there's more snow to be expected in the eastern part of the state than in the west. You can see kind of a hole over Grand Rapids. So not a ton of snow for us today, but if you're traveling over toward the Thumb or, like I said, Alpena, Escoda, those areas should see quite a bit of snow here during this Sunday. Here's what we expect for the day: 23 here for a low temperature, and that may occur about mid-afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-20s in the morning, low 20s by late in the day. Periods of snow, but again, not snowing most of the time. It will be breezy, north to northwest winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. More severe weather expected through the south. Overnight, we had some strong wind gusts producing some damage across parts of Mississippi and Alabama. And as you can see, there's a marginal risk all the way up to the southern tip of New Jersey. A thunder shower is possible all the way up to Cape Cod, so that's getting pretty far north. But the best bet for some isolated wind damage today will be southern Georgia and up in the northern part of Florida. High temperatures for Monday, 14 for a mid-afternoon temperature for Grand Rapids. Lake Michigan helps us out a little bit. It's only going to be 8 in Chicago and 7 in Green Bay, so the air warms up about 7 degrees crossing Lake Michigan. It's still warm in the southern tip of Florida and the southern tip of Texas and out in the desert southwest. Here's a look at your 5-day forecast. A lot of snowflakes there, but much of the time it will not be snowing, but we will be getting snow showers. A breezy day today as temperatures fall into the low 20s during the afternoon. Only in the mid to upper teens here for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So that's a good 15 to 18 degrees colder than average for this time of year. We start to moderate here toward the end of the week. Let's see the long range outlook here. This is the 8 to 14 day outlook. I've been showing you this quite a bit. We're near normal here, and keep in mind again, this is a 7-day period, and I think it's going to be cooler than average to start the period around the 23rd, 24th of February, and then it'll be warmer than average for the second part of that period for the maybe February 27th, 28th, and March 1st. And so that adds up to near normal. But you can see the Arctic air is cut off. It's really warmed up in the plain states here, so we're certainly looking toward a warmer pattern for the end of February into early March. A couple of extra added slides from Michelle, daughter number 3. We're looking back at the eclipse of 1980, and don't I look like one of the Blues Brothers there with sunglasses? February 16, there was a total solar eclipse, not here. And of course, the solar eclipse occurs when the moon comes between the Earth and the sun, blocks out the sun for a little bit short time. The eclipse on February 16th was over the African countries, Kilimanjaro, the tallest mountain in Africa, and also up into China. Next solar eclipse in the U.S. only is in the easternmost part of New England over toward Maine and parts of eastern Canada. Of course, we had the great eclipse that occurred back in last year in April, I believe it was. Was it April? I think it was April. And we went down to Perryville, Arkansas with a group from Grand Rapids, and boy, what a great time we had down there. The eclipse was beautiful. In the evening, we had to watch a thunderstorm, so double impressive day there, and certainly a great time to be had. World Ice Fishing Championship going on this weekend. They had the entire world, and where did they pick? Tamarack Lake in Montcalm County. 10 countries competing on a 330-acre lake. It's a nice lake. I've been up there with the kayak before. They're looking for some native fish competition just today on the 16th. And little extra note here, I remember when my daughter got a master angler patch. She caught a bowfin on Betsy Bay, east of the Betsy Lighthouse up there in Frankfort, Michigan. It got a name. It was called Hagatha, and it was about 15 years ago. And she took it into work. She was the chief assistant prosecutor of Benzie County, and her boss at the time, the chief prosecutor, was all excited about how big the fish was as a bowfin, and we got it calculated and everything, and that earned her a master angler patch. And one final thing, question for Bill. What is your earliest memory? That is a picture of me from, I believe, 1952. Goes back a while. Had a nice smile back then. And I believe it was going to Ridgeview Park, which is a park that had all the playground equipment that they don't allow today. It had teeter-totters and monkey bars and slides so you could fall off on concrete instead of those nice, malleable wood chips that they have today and whatnot. But that's probably my first memory. And I remember I used to love meeting the dogs there. People would come and walk their dogs, and I'd go up and talk to the dogs there too. I really enjoyed being with the animals back then. So thank you so much for checking the weather here at Bill Steffen 616 on YouTube and also at BillSteffen.com. Have yourself a great Sunday, everybody.